Hey guys, I am super excited to announce that I have partnered with my favorite gaming peripherals brand, SteelSeries. This means products I've used for a long time, my keyboard, mouse, headset, and of course, mousepad. Now, you can also get 12% off when buying these products if you use this link and the code WACKY12, and this also means you support me. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you guys next time. Welcome guys to this video that's going to be slightly different from normal. In this video, I won't be doing any fancy editing. Instead, I'll quickly run through some of the quirky, weird, and a little bit odd things about the PUBG gunplay that I think you need to know about, because otherwise you might lose a fight because you don't know this stuff. Right, so the first thing is the ADS offset. This is something that is a little bit weird because if you aim on something, let's say I aim in the center of this target and I go ADS, I no longer aim in the same spot. You see, I aim directly on the X. I ADS, and I no longer aim in the same spot. This offset is a remnant from when this game was TPP only, I think. It was something they did to prevent quick scoping or super unnatural quick aiming from TPP camera to first person. But of course, it's not something you need in first person. It's just something that's going to make the gunplay feel a bit sloppy. And you know, you might miss a shot because of this on a quick scope or something like that. And the second thing is the ADS jumping phenomenon, I'm gonna call it. I'm not gonna call this a bug because I guess it's kind of realistic, even though I don't like this. This is what happens when you jump. Look at the gun, guys. You see the gun is bouncing a little bit. My character is dampening the fall a little bit and the gun bounces a little bit. So the problem with this is when you ADS after a jump, it looks like this. The aim is coming slowly from the bottom, right? So you ADS and you're slowly aiming from below. And it depends how quick you ADS after you jump, how bad this is. So this is something that right after you jump, suddenly someone is shooting at you, you got to shoot back, but you might miss critical shots. I have lost many fights like this. I've even lost a final 1 versus 1 because of this. And it was entirely my fault because I know this. It's something you got to know about. Do not jump. Be really careful with this, right? Be really careful with this. All right. So the last thing is something that makes the cheek pad here a little bit more useful than you probably think it is. A lot of people, myself included, always take the bullet loops because the bullet loops reduces reload speed. So that is, of course, good. But there's this thing that's called weapon sway. When you aim on a target, you see the sway of the weapon going up and then it's going back down again. In this example, my aim is swaying up towards the tip of the target's head and back on the X, like the center of the head. So this sway, it happens regardless of being ADS or not. It always goes on. This is something that constantly happens throughout the entire game. So if I un-ADS here, see my ADS and I am now in a different point in this sway. So you never want to risk ADSing like this in the middle of the sway. This is of course bad and it's going to reduce your accuracy. Yes, you can always hold shift to hold your breath. And this is going to help a lot. So that is why the cheek pad is actually kind of useful anyway, because it will reduce how often it sways up and down. But this truly is really the best reason to take a cheek pad. You can take it, of course, if you're holding your aim for a long time, if you're aiming at something, but you should never really be holding an angle for that long, I guess. It's really rare that you should be doing that anyway. But yeah, so the weapon sway keeps going even though you're not ADS. Kind of cool to know and can be really helpful in picking the right attachment. So these were just 3 quick things I wanted to show you guys about the gunplay in PUBG. Things that, especially the jumping phenomenon, I don't like that at all. And the ADS offset, no, not that either. It's stupid that you can ADS in something and you're going to be shooting in a completely different spot. That's not nice. But either way, good to know. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.